in his collection, he has thoughts of Ignatius Loyola that was given to his parents. And the when I was doing research, the book fell out. It wasn't like I was taking it out; it fell out of his folder that I was looking at. So I feel like I used a quote from the day, from what happened, or what was written in it for tomorrow. I did a lot of stuff on what, just to kind of commemorate him and everyone, because I feel like even though um they're doing a service and everything for them, I felt like we can always do more.
Being a Remembrance Scholar is being part of a community that is larger than yourself. You work to mobilize the community through education, you work through service to really engage with the community. And in addition, you really fight all injustices that you see. Basically, we're going to have some guest speakers. In addition, it's really a source of gathering in whatever capacity we can hold. On the scholar level, we did send in those vigil statements. Aside from that, we don't have any particular role, but we'll be really just there for support, talking to the families, and in addition, willing to give any statements or helping hands that we can.
I have the honor of representing Julianne Francis Kelly. She was a junior studying public relations and political science from Massachusetts. I was originally drawn to looking into her because I'm a public relations major, so we had that in common. And then just the more I read about her, her materials in the archives, I kind of instantly felt a connection. We wrote in a very similar style, reading her letters to her friends. And she also had a collection of poetry, which really stuck out to me. She was an incredible writer, and just reading some of her poems, like, kind of made me speechless because I felt like she was writing about things I had experienced or thoughts that I had had before. So it was just amazing seeing that put into words by someone who I had never met, which really just motivated me. She also was a really talented performer. She loved musical theater and singing. And while I'm a better audience member, I also love musical theater. And every day I feel like I just find more little connections between us. So I'm really honored to represent her. She was truly an amazing person.
I think my mom, since I was a little girl, has always told me that my first words were, "It's not fair." And so I've always been kind of drawn to anything that has to do with fairness, with justice. And the Remembrance Scholarship, I think, in a lot of ways embodies those two words, because it's not fair that, those 35 students didn't get a chance to live the lives that they were meant to live. And there wasn't a lot of justice that was served in the moment of the incident happening. I'm sad that I can't be there on campus, and I know that a lot of other people are sad as well. But typically, some people wouldn't have been able to come to the rose laying ceremony, but because of the fact that it will be virtual, it's allowing more people to be involved. And I think overall, it gives the Remembrance program a lot more visibility. And I think that that's way more important than, how the 35 of us are, being a part, because it's helping other people become a part of it as well.
How to navigate that loss, how to understand it, context of like, okay, this happened, how am I going to take that and then act forward and process this loss, which I kind of found that through a lot of the remembrance events and how the program is kind of shaped around carrying on the legacy of these students, kind of through storytelling, kind of sharing these happy, positive memories, getting to know them as people, and then understanding how we take their memory and then act forward on it and kind of create positivity and joy and community out of something that was kind of so tragic. So that was what kind of drew me to it originally. And the more events that I went to, the more that I kind of engaged with the program, the more I wanted to be a part of it, and more that I was like, this is something that I would be honored to kind of continue the legacy of and give back to, because the program has given so much to me already.
We all, each Remembrance Scholar, kind of filmed a little bit our own candlelight vigil statement, and we filmed it ourselves, and then we sent it in and compiled it compiled all 37 of them and sent them in. And so it's definitely not the same feeling to be in person with people, because you have this just this like connection to everyone when you're in person, and it's just a really nice feeling to be there and just feel the energy. But I think the same energy will be created through this Zoom platform, just because you still are going to get like every aspect of it, and you're going to be able to see and hear stories about each of them and what remembrance means, which will hopefully still leave the same impact that like all of us were able to experience throughout the years. And then in the springtime, hopefully everything will be a little bit better, and we'll be able to have some more remembrance events in person.